Good evening from the Bournemouth International Centre. Every seat sold, the best part of 2,000 people assembled here for the final session of the Midland World Indoor Pairs Championship. Hello, our last programme from Bournemouth, and I promise you bowling of the very highest class as pairs from England and from Australia decide this final. Well, the Australians have had the better of it so far, no doubt about that. Yates and Schuback led 3-1 against Andy Thompson and Gary Smith at the end of the first session, and so the Australians started tonight just 2 sets away from becoming the first players outside the UK to win an indoor bowls title. Well, the Australians were quite brilliant this afternoon in a match played in wonderful spirit, and the England pair desperately needing a good start to this second session here tonight. Well, in the 5th set, they're 5-2 up, Gary Smith bowling there, and just 2 ends of the set remain. David McGill and Jimmy Davidson, the commentators.
Down you go, Gary.
That's a fair lead.
Come on, Gary. Down you go. Down you go. Down you go.
Better start.
Jimmy, that's up.
Looking better. Could be. It is. After that brilliant on the previous end from Andy Thompson, surely must fancy himself to draw this one. Yes. In Schuback, little glance at the scoreboard then. And the bad news is that Australia 3 down with 2 to play. May promote his own short bowl. Over promotion, I think. Wasn't really played, but I won't refuse it.
Well, that's very close. Just 5 rounds.
England lead favours the Andy Thompson bowl, but a little touch of jack from Andy Thompson will probably still a set.
Got them running. Good.
To have any realistic chance of winning this set, Schuback has got to get the shot here. 3 in it, 2 to play. If England score, Australia would need a full house tie on the last end. excellent standard of bowling for this final stage of World Championship. Got chances. If he hits his own wood, he'll squeeze out the England bowl. He's got it. Away she goes. 2, I should think. Shocking the second nearest Australian bowl. And having chucked that bowl, it can remove the definite shot for Australia. So it's 1 measuring for 2. Removing the bowl, not concerned in the measure. Turning out the Aussie bowl. They score 2. They trail 4-5. 1 is left to play in set number 5. The decisive end of the 5th set, played from a long to a short jack. And this man, Jim Yates, has contributed a great deal to Australian success in this championship. Led extremely well.
Throw the anchor out, Jimmy.
Come on, got it. Come on, got it. Come on! Good start.
Yeah, mate, I don't mind if you put it away. Just keep it tight. Foot on your last. You tuck the yellow around the corner.
They've soon learned to say the yellow, haven't they? I suppose as an Australian colour they like calling it the yellow. Yellow and green.
Come! Come!
He knew it was good. Beat it to the head. Forcing lead. Running at the jack. Well, my old skip would have finished that instruction by saying, don't lose your bow. And Ian Schuback will want to lose the jack round the corner. Take it away from the Thompson sight. I suppose the thought in Andy Thompson's mind is that if England win the end, they've won the set, and you do it very decisively if his lead had buried the jack in the ditch. Australia need a single to force an extra end. They need 2 to win it and hold those 2.
Come on.
Just about, is he reaching? One skip bowl left for each pair to complete the set.
Yep. Yes, Marty. Right ball there.
Great bowl indeed.
Really the last realistic hope of saving the head gone for Andy Thompson. That last ball is covering the line to the 2 short balls that he would have been looking for.
The plant of the bowls not in England's favour. Their own 2 red bowls planted in the wrong direction.
May just, however, be enough of the nearest ball shown for Andy to use it, turn it towards the jack. Can't put it into the ditch, of course, because he has no position behind.
Trying to kill it. Hit the target bowl, but removed it without disturbing the jack. 3 shots to Australia. They win set number 5 by 7 shots to 5 and take a lead of 4 sets to 1 in this 9-set final.
Ian Schuback, what a day he's having. I don't know about you, it reminds me a bit of Barry Sheen, and Barry, of course, became a world champion, and so will Ian Schuback if he and his partner can win this next set. They're ahead in it by 4-2. They're on the 4th end, Gary Smith and Andy Thompson, with much to do now.
Down you go. Down you go.
Start, Jimmy.
Don't like that very much. Looks all right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So 1 to England, maybe 2.
Two feet on your last, mate. You look at this hand? I'm on. No, 2 feet on your last. 2'6" from it. You just come to yours or around it or turn it over, mate.
preferring to keep to backhand. This is the extra weight. Definitely second now. This one looks good weight. Very good indeed. England striking back. Well, there'll certainly be a temptation to Ian Schuback to reach this head.
Well, you gotta rip it all in, mate. Yes, up with it. Oh, great.
Almost several things, but England still 2 shots. Several possibilities on that shot, and he was close to getting more than one of them.
All right.
He certainly opened it up for himself now. If England don't win a set, Australia have won the championship.
It's still 2.
If these 2 go on the card, the set's love. Andy Thompson would want to make it 3.
Well, you've done it well, haven't you?
Looks like 3.
It was a shot filled with risk for Thompson, but he felt that to leave it so open for Schuback was dangerous. And he certainly reduced the target area for Ian Schuback. Still playable, but it will require very good controlled weight.
And Schuback was looking at the line of those bowls as if there was a plant on. Red onto blue, onto 2 reds. England, they take a very welcome 5-all lead after 4 ends of set number 6. Ironic cheers for the scoreboard operator. Looking for a 5. Don't get the right side of the law. The scoreboard operator's a police sergeant.
I've got an 8 in this set.
5-4 it is. And 3 ends left to play in set number 6.
Good try.
Down you go. Down you go. There you go. I got him. Don't block the backhander.
Oh dear, oh dear. At this crucial stage, can't afford many of those. He's jogged a few miles this week, Jim Yates.
Come on.
The banker from the state of Victoria.
Down the hill. Yep.
On length. Three ends left, a single shot in it. Crucial for England. They've got to win every set remaining. 4 in a row. Trying to promote. Did a double shuffle. Still 1 to England. Still plenty of drawing room. Forehand now open, but a real reason for Andy Thompson to change. He put that ball there on the backhand.
Are you fancy the forehand?
Very distinctive delivery action, Andy Thompson. Runs off the mat. Turned in the Aussie ball, but not far enough. From an Australian point of view. Schuback looking at the possibilities of removing that shot bow. Plenty of drawing room on the forehand now. Plenty of room, that is, in terms of a path to the jack, is to finish within a foot of the jack to get the shot. It's the head in Schuback, now looking at from the mat. Looks as if he's using weight, going to the bowl.
Close, Shuey.
Got it, killed the head. It could have been a couple if the jack hadn't moved. Cross. Thought got the half bowl. Leave the jack alone. So, end number 5 to be replayed. In the same direction. Leave is skip a poor start lead Gary Smith on the original plane of this end. And he drew him out of trouble.
Yep.
Trying the backhand in this direction.
Good start, Gary. Well done. Well done.
Good decision. This man, Jim Yates, stuck to the same side of the ring throughout the final. Forehand this way, backhand back.
Yes, Jimmy.
He knows the line, doesn't adjust. Back toucher.
Do it again. Down you.
Oh dear. Rocked back and forth. Ian Schuback walked gingerly backwards from the head. Doesn't want to make the red bowl fall. Playing positively at it. He's got it. Good God. I think he was within about a 16th of an inch of the target bowl. If I hit the blue, it hits the red, knocks out the shot blue. He's enjoyed himself this week. What a bowler. Trying to force the punt. They hold the line. The English pair 4-1 down, but I'll accept the fourth set. Close sets, well contested. That red ball looking lonely. Still possible for Thompson to get the shot he was playing, David?
Yes, but should he remove the line of 3 balls, there's another blue one there to seal the first shot. And if he were to be wide in the forehand and cut the blue ball into the head, he could remove his own red one and go 3 down. Fraught with danger.
Close to the target bowl. He's got the target bowl, just rocked it. Wonder what he said then. Single shot in it. If Australia get one, it's level. 2 to play.
But Ian Schuback can thread a passage between those 2 short blue balls to the red. Open up a 3-shot lead.
Electing not to play the last ball at the end. Takes the single. 5 across. Set number 6. 2 ends to play. Ian Schuback desperately needing good lead bowls from Jim, but even more desperately needing good lead bowls Andy Thompson. Smith was absolutely brilliant in the semi-final. Hasn't touched that form so far in this final. Just a couple of feet short of the 27-yard mark. Must be very close to the minimum 25 yards distance, and doesn't like that distance. Look at it again. Toucher. If the bowling jack had driven into the ditch, that bit of chalk's important.
Okay, got it. All right. 2 feet.
Okay, mate, 2 for 6 to that bowl. That's the one you're trying to beat. Foot or so on your last.
Jim giving his skip, shot bowl. Now asked for a good position bowl, just behind. It's a bit close to the head, could open it. Committee meeting, England. You have a point, my son says. There he goes.
What do you like?
Got it.
Yes!
And Jim Yates will regret opening up that target. Toucher in the ditch, first shot. The other red bowl on the green, second shot. Ian Schuback needing to draw within 2 foot 6 of the ditch to get the shot.
Yeah, all right. I just got to pass the 6 foot mark by 2 feet. Yeah, that's all.
Lick of the fingers. Will he reach far enough? It could be. Yes, holding shot.
may have an opportunity with your last. One down on the sub.
In measurement, the strings got travel over the edge of the bank from the blue bowl. That makes a difference. Andy trying to draw closer to the ditch in that bowl. Not succeeding. Not succeeding. 6 bowls played. No indication yet from the official on green.
Irrespective of whether or not he's lying first shot, Ian Schuback will be very keen to get another ball in the head. If the blue one were to be removed, he would lose 3. So he has to beat the 2 that are on the green.
Similar line to his first one. Will he stop on? That is the shot without any doubt. Well, David McGill indicated that he had to get one in the head. Could Andy be thinking about driving one blue bowl onto the other one? Scores level. He's having a go at the 2 bowls. He's got one, not the other. Single to Australia. 1 end left in the set. The lead by 1 shot. And that was that brilliant draw to the ditch by this man, Ian Schuback. He's a professional in every sense.
What have you got to do between the mat and the ball? 20 yards.
Throughout the final, the distance from mat to 27 yards being questioned, and because it's clearly 25 yards. Well, I'd bet a lot of money that this is well over 25 yards. Yeah. Clearly more than 25 yards. I wonder whether that was a tactical challenge of the length of the jack. Last end. If Australia win the championship, and a cheque for £14,000 is theirs.
Yeah, good start.
Good start, Jim.
Good try. Just a shade up.
About a foot, mate, foot and a half. Well done, Jimmy.
Good line. Great weight. Super stuff.
Good, mate.
About 3 on the floor. I would have wasted blood. Probably about 5 feet in on it. 5 feet in. Just running through. Keep on. Yeah, go on. Go on now. Go on. Go, go, go. Yep. Go on.
And they ask him for weight. Once this opened up,
Who's got it?
could kill the end with this. Unlucky. Just a whisker on the front bow. Australian discussion on tactics for skips bowls. Could agree. Second bowl in case the shot bowl is moved without Jack being disturbed. Going to a receiving position if the Jack moves, and in a scoring position. Good lineup of bowl, Jack bowl. Not driving weight, trying to get the Jack through, or disturb the bowl, stay in its place. He's got it, got it. Has he got the shot? Probably. Ted Brooks confirms. First class pressure shot. Remember, England needs single to force an extra end. Need two to win the set. Schuback to play first, then Thompson. The way this man's bowled throughout the championship, you'd certainly expect him to draw this shot. The crucial thing will be where precisely it finishes. Good line. Good weight. Good shot.
Good shot indeed, but good enough. Andy Thompson with bowls behind. Second shot. Bowler Jack.
And this could be the last bowl of the championship if he misses. Playing it with controlled weight. Will he bend? The Schuback duster goes in the air. The Aussies are the champions. They collect the Midland Bank World Purse Championship, a cheque for £14,000. The thoroughly deserving winners of the final by 5 sets to 1.
Firstly, the runners-up, the cheque for £8,000. A very worthy finalist, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Smith and Andy Thompson.
So, the beaten finalists, Gary Smith and Andy Thompson, how well they've played here this week. They beat the holders all off the blind, but the Australians just too good today.
A cheque for £40,000. The new Midland Bank World Pairs World Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, our first overseas champions, Schuback and Yates.
Mr. Michael Fuller, the Deputy Chief Executive of the Midland Bank, hands the trophy to these very popular Australians. They came and they conquered at the first attempt, and the crowd here in Bournemouth loved every second of their performances this week. And congratulations, Jim and Ian. Did you actually know that you are the first players outside the United Kingdom to win an indoor bowls event?
Well, no, David. Well, someone told us that fact earlier today, I think just before we arrived, but you know, that the case, we're just thrilled to have won, and it doesn't matter who's won in the past as far as we're concerned, we're just thrilled to have won it this time.
The crowd were great tonight, weren't they?
Oh, fantastic. They were marvellous supporters and appreciated both sides of the teams, and that's all you can ask for.
And you kind of react well to the crowd, Ian, don't you?
Well, I said to Jimmy before we arrived, I said, well, most of all, we've got to enjoy ourselves, win, lose or draw, and you know, I think the crowd enjoyed that, and we certainly enjoyed the crowd, and I think it rubs off on the players too. We were pretty relaxed, and you know, if it wasn't for the crowd getting behind us, especially 10,000 miles away, it's without them, you know, I don't think we could have played the bowls that we did. So all credit, I think, a lot of the credit goes to all the supporters and the friends we've made while we've been here.
You were actually giving out gifts to the crowd before the start, weren't you? Little pen badges, kangaroos on. That wasn't to get on your side, was it?
Well, I don't know. No, just some memento kangaroos, and I think the crowd loved them, you know, just a token souvenir, and I hope you've got one too, have you, Dave?
Oh, I've got one. Oh, don't miss me out there. I've got my kangaroo. Jim, you've played, well, increasingly well, really. I know you're both not used to this indoor carpet. You've got increasingly better through the tournament, and today I would have thought that was the best you both ever played together, really.
Oh, well, it's certainly the best we've ever played together, because we've played together now 4 times. And we certainly played very well together, combined well together, and the little differences we might have had last night were all overcome, and we had a marvellous day today.
Best of friends now, eh?
Oh, we always were and we always will be, but you know, as I said, win, lose or draw, we were going to go home friends anyway, and I think we're special friends now.
Well, this is your first visit here. We're going to see more of you, I hope.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's a pleasure to be here. As I say, the friendship's been great, the hospitality, and everyone's looked after us, and we'll never knock back an invitation to the UK again.
We look forward to seeing you. You've been a credit to the tournament, a credit to the game. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
So, that's the end of our week in Bournemouth. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's a great game, this, you know. Still played in what they used to call the true sporting spirit. Keenly contested, yes, but in a nice atmosphere. And our next indoor bowls is the biggest tournament of them all, World Indoor Singles Championship. That's in March. But for now, from the bowls team, I wish you a good night and a Merry Christmas. I tell you what, this pair's going to enjoy their Christmas, no doubt about that. Bye-bye.
Tactics now for Australia, they cannot